Hey, what's going on guys? Today we are going to be going through the top 10 best duelists in League of Legends. If you want to find out who they are, make sure to watch this video all the way through to the end. But that said, enjoy the video guys. So after playing this game for hours on end, you found yourself enjoying League of Legends more and more, while at the same time failing your exams at school or college. Trust me, I've been there. After many hours of playtime and learning the game, you found yourself enjoying duelists, but you don't know which ones to start playing. No worries, my dear friend, this list is just for you. Some champions will require more effort put into them so you can play them at their full potential, and some will be easy. So watch the full video and you will find the right champion for you. On number 10 we have Trundle, the big-nosed troll. So let's kick this list off with a champion that's relatively easy to play. At number 10 we have Trundle, the Troll King. With Trundle you have two options, either to go top or to go to the jungle, depending on you and your preferred role to play. At the top lane you will be chomping the enemy's buttocks with your Q, chomp, until they die, while at the jungle you'll be chomping the buffs and minions, so pick your poison. Your Q ability can also be used on turrets, and combined with Demolish, you can push lanes with simple ease. You can use W, Frozen Domain, to catch up to people and stomp on their heads, or use your E to block them from escaping or to save yourself when you're running away with 1 HP while spamming emotes. Your ultimate ability, Subjugate, sucks the life force out of the enemy target champion. What makes him a great duelist is that he can trade easily because of his Q, Chomp, and almost every time you win your trade, you can go back to annoying the enemy laner and denying him CX and XP. Coming up on number 9 we have Yorick. At number 9 we have Yorick, the Shepherd of Lost Souls. Yorick is a pretty neat champion coming from the Shadow Isles region of Runeterra. When it comes to split pushing, especially with the new item Hold Breaker, it's safe to say he's one of the best. His passive ability leaves behind graves from minions and champions that he killed. Yorick isn't a necrophiliac if you were wondering. His graves have a different purpose. His Q is two abilities in one, those are Last Rites and Awakening. The first Q ability is just an empowered auto attack that deals extra damage and gives the enemy laner or minions brain damage, because they aren't brain damage enough. With this second Q ability can raise little zombie midgets from the grave that were left behind from his passive. If you hit someone with your E, the little zombies will jump on that target and beat them up. This works especially well with your W, which is a circular jail. Yorick's ultimate ability summons a female maiden that sucks other people for their life force. It's safe to say this might be the closest female interaction you might get. What makes him such a good duelist is that he has an empowered auto attack that you can bonk people with and raise zombies from the dead. When he summons the maiden, which is his ultimate ability, the target that the maiden is sucking off, Yorick deals bonus magic damage based on his enemy's maximum health. And when you hit someone with your E, you gain bonus movement speed toward the target, and the little zombies jump on them target and beat them up. At number 8 we have Eloy, the Kraken Priestess, also another top laner. Eloy's passive spawns tentacles randomly on nearby walls, and if you manage to hit your Q or your W, those tentacles will attack that target, and you can pray to your Kraken god that the enemy doesn't dodge it. Eloy slams her Q, tentacle smash on the ground, and damages everyone who comes in contact with it. Her W is an empowered auto attack, and she leaps a small distance with her E. She rips the soul out of the poor enemy laner, and you crush their soul to the point that they rage quit. Her ultimate ability is pretty cool, which can allow her to spawn tentacles around her, and those tentacles deal a lot of nasty damage, making it easier for you to 1v9 the game. What makes her so good of a duelist is that it's hard to trade against Eloy. You're in a constant losing battle if you're against her, especially if she rips your soul out with her E. If there are 3 tentacles around Eloy, be ready to send back to spawn and write in chat faster recall. With her ultimate ability, and if she's fed, she can easily 1v5 in a teamfight, given that the player playing Giveaway has at least 3 brain cells working. She has empowered auto attacks that also give her a small leap that can be used to dodge some skill shots. At number 7 we have Xin Zhao, the Seneschal of Demacia. I probably butchered that. A champion that's a great duelist and can go mid, top or jungle, whatever you prefer. His Q, 3 talent strike, empowers his spear for 5 seconds, and on the third auto attack, Xin Zhao shoves his spear up the enemy's rear, and it comes out of their mouth. In short words, he knocks them up for a short duration. You can use his W for long-ranged pokes, and with his E you can dash to other enemy champions to close the gap, so you can again shove that spear up their buttocks. With his ultimate ability, Xin Zhao swipes it with his spear around him, knocking everyone out of his circle who isn't challenged. By challenged, I don't mean that in a medical way, but the Xin Zhao way. The last target that Xin Zhao auto attacks will be challenged and isn't knocked out by his R, Crescent Guard. If you find yourself out of the circle that Xin Zhao created, be ready to scratch his back and deal mosquito bites for damage with your auto attacks. What makes him so good of a duelist is that you can use your ultimate ability to either save your team or ruin the whole team fight, since I'm pretty sure someone will ping you because you knocked them out of your teammates' skill shots, causing them to miss. You can use your W to poke them and your E to dash into them, closing the distance gaps. And you can easily knock out people with your Q. On number 6 we have Tryndamere. Really, I don't really have to say much about Tryndamere. He has a ton of AD damage and bonus critical chance. The more he auto attacks, the stronger and angrier he gets. With his E, he can catch up to people or he can run away. If he survives till level 6, he can become an unkillable fucking creature. It's very hard to trade against him. He will just critical strike you for no reason and leave you wondering while you're still playing this game. His W is good for slowing people down who are running away, and his ultimate is just stupid. 5 seconds of invulnerability and undying, which feel like a million seconds because you get hit 1000 times while he's still fucking dying in his ult. It's insane. Plus Ashe is his wife, which is all. On number 5 we have Master Yi, another champion I don't have to say much about. He can dodge abilities and auto attacks with his Q while dealing damage. He's untargetable while in his Q. He can solo carry a lot of games and carry a war of low elo. He's really good when combined with people who can CC, has a free healing tool from his W, has tons of true damage, and his ultimate ability makes him immune to any type of slowing effect, and it's great for chasing people down or escape from them. On number 4 we have Jax. He's really good at 1v1ing in the top lane. He has empowered auto attack, which bonks people on the head, dealing massive amounts of damage while jumping to the enemy. He can go either full AD or AP or hybrid if you wish, which makes him that much harder to lane against. He has a ton of damage, ton of tankiness, and can negate all fucking auto attacks. What the fuck is that? On number 3 we have one of the Int brothers, Yawn. Yawn heals like a madman. Even if you bought anti-heal, that won't save you from his healing. He is really good in teamfights since he can knock people up with his Q or R. For real, he has 2 knockups. You can keep a dude knocked up for like 3 seconds if you land his Q, if you land his ult, and then your Q. It's stupid. His passive is a wit's end. You heard that right. His passive is a wit's end. You can do a lot of combos with him, and his fucking E lasts forever and he can hit you from one tower to the other. It's insane. He also gets a shield that can be used to trade even more effectively. He damages you and you don't damage him because of the shield. The fuck is that? On number 2 we have Riven. She's really fun to play but hard to master. She has a ton of mobility, although she will break a few of your fingers with the amount of buttons you'll have to press in order to properly play her. You can keep an enemy champion constantly CC'd if you time it right with your abilities and have enough ability haste. And she has one of the best skins in the game called Dawnbringer Riven. Finally, on number 1, you probably guessed it, we have Fiora. She can poke the enemy champion with her Q and win trades because of her E. She can parry everything in the game with her W, and if you parry their CC and they find themselves in your range for your W, they get CC'd, haha. She's the queen of 1v1 duels, doesn't have a high learning curve, and she deals so much damage. And that's it for our list, guys. If you enjoyed the list, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you disagree with the list, make sure to leave a comment and let us know. See you next time, guys. Peace.